Individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
If it feels like the world's gone a little crazy lately, you're not wrong. They say parents should have a voice. But what happens when no one's listening? Forget the noise, the narratives, and the nonsense. It's time to have real conversations, stand up, speak out, and shine a light on what's really happening inside our schools, our systems, and our government, and what it really means for your family. This is the Lindsey Beckham Show, where we believe in truth over talking points, facts over feelings, and the courage to say what others won't. Because when it comes to our kids, silence is not an option. Only in America.
Happy Monday. Welcome in to the Lindsey Beckham Show. We're live here in Flora, Mississippi, the WYAB studios. We are also streaming live, Facebook, YouTube, and X. I would love to hear from you today. I always love it when we get calls and I get to interact with some of our listeners out there. And you can call in to the show, give your thoughts, comments, opinions. We're going to talk about a lot of topics today that I'm sure a lot of you have quite a few opinions about. 601-879-0002 is the number to call in to the show today. You can also text in to the Lindsey Beckham Show text line. That number is 601-879-4648. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like the Neshoba County Fair is one of the top events throughout our state every single year. I was there Thursday. I didn't really get a chance to talk about it. We had a guest in the studio Friday, and we were supposed to have a guest streaming in today, my good friend Alex Bauer over in New Jersey, and she had a conflict come up at the last minute with her kids. Always family first, of course. And so we're going to reschedule that. But I didn't get a chance to really talk about just what a tradition and how much fun it is over there in Neshoba. Now, they have moved the fair up about a month, and I'm glad they did that because the last several years, the fair has coincided with the first day of school for my kids. And so it's been kind of a juggling act of getting the kids to school and getting over there at least one day. I try to get over there at least one of the 2 days where the political speeches are held right there at Founders Square in the heart of the Neshoba County Fair. But if you've never been, then I urge you to go at least once, get a feel for it, see what it's all about. I absolutely love seeing the old pictures and the old videos of Ronald Reagan speaking from the stage at the Neshoba County Fair. All the cabins and the different colors and the political signs. It's so much fun. It's truly so much fun. All the statewide elected officials are there one of 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday of that week. They speak. They always have their wives with them. The Republican women all show up from across the state in droves wearing their red. Ag Commissioner Andy Gibson always feeds the Republican women lunch, and everybody there is just so kind and so friendly. They welcome you into their cabins. They want to feed you. They want to give you something to drink. It will restore your faith in humanity. And God knows we need some faith in humanity restored these days. Hey there, Ted, or I can't read your name, but hi. Glad to have you here. We are live in the comment section of the live stream. And of course, you can always find us wyab.com, streaming worldwide. And then, of course, 103.9 on your FM radio dial. But again, I just I encourage everyone to get over there and experience the Neshoba County Fair at least once. It is hot. Now, moving the fair up a month has helped that a little bit. It did not seem to be as hot this year, but this year brought the mud in. So you saw a lot of people in their mud boots. Now, if you know me, I don't do mud. I don't do dirt. I don't do bugs. I normally don't do outside pretty much at all unless it's next to an ocean somewhere. But this is the one time of the year that I'm excited to be outside. And I didn't mind the mud so much. We just kind of sidestepped it as much as possible. Hello, Joseph Hogg. Yes, I love Ronald Reagan. I think he was an incredible president. I think the majority of Americans would say that. I do have a little bone to pick with him, though, if I could, if I was able to do so. Of course, the Act of 1986, which stopped any liability being placed on vaccine manufacturers and big pharma, was signed under the Ronald Reagan administration. And that's one thing I can't understand or wrap my head around, but maybe one day we will be able to backtrack on that. Because, if vaccines are so safe and effective, they shouldn't need to be free from all liability. That's what common sense would say, right? Of course, these days, I feel like a lot of common sense has been lost out there. I'm wearing this shirt today. I realized I had not worn this shirt on the show. If you are watching the live stream, you can see part of it, but my oldest daughter got me this shirt for Father's Day, since I'm both mom and dad around our house, but she knows me so well, and it's got George Washington on it, and it says, "Feeling cute might start a revolution later." And I'll tell you what, I'm all about starting a revolution. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Why not me? If not me, then who? That's what I say all the time when it comes to my children and protecting my children and advocating for my children, fighting for my children when it comes to their education, when it comes to the screens that are placed in front of them, when it comes to their attitudes in life. If not me, then who? It's my job. It's my responsibility, my God-given responsibility and right to direct the upbringing of my children, not just in the way that I see fit, but in a godly home, in a godly manner. And I take that very seriously. Of course, if you listen to the show much at all, you know that that's kind of what put me here behind this microphone. Having a child who was vaccine injured and realizing that Mississippi didn't have religious exemptions when it came to vaccines, and fighting for that, and then realizing there were so many other things happening within our education system that needed our attention. Sometimes it seems like the world has gone a little mad. Can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. I normally get a lot of pleasure out of saying, "I told you so," out of being right. But when it comes to some of these issues happening in the world today, I don't get as much pleasure in that anymore. Of course, I think I could say that all day long when we look at the vaccine issue and when we look at the COVID vaccine and the world shutting down, the closing of our schools, when we look at girls' sports being eliminated because biological men have been allowed into those categories. And I'm very impatiently awaiting this Supreme Court decision that I'm guessing we will get handed down tomorrow that deals with women's sports, girls' sports. Praying so hard for a favorable outcome there. But when we look at this situation over in Senatobia, now we've talked about this a good bit. Usually, if Clay and I both talk about a topic, I'm the more compassionate one. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm a mama. And seeing the trash, the absolute garbage that this mama who just lost her son put all over social media over the weekend infuriated me. Literally infuriated me. I'm so angry. The death of this child has caused such an uproar in that city. And these wannabe independent journalists who have just fueled the fire, making this all about race, pitting Black people against white cops. Men who get up every day, put on a uniform, not knowing if they'll get to come back home or not, and step out there to protect their community. This woman had the nerve and the audacity, after just losing her 1-year-old child, to take all of these photos grinning ear to ear. Now, I get it, people grieve differently, but I am a mama. And there is absolutely no way in hell you would see me grinning on the day of my 1-year-old son's funeral, the day that we were going to lay him in the ground, knowing I'll never see his face again on this side of heaven. And holding up the wads and wads of cash that I'm guessing she's received and how she has profited off of her son's death. The press conferences, the videos, the spectacle that they have made over this insanely tragic incident where a 1-year-old little boy was held up by his mother, was not buckled into the back seat of the car, but held up and sadly shot and killed as the driver of the car is attempting to run down police officers. By all accounts, that's what we have heard. And you think in some warped version of reality that it is okay to hold up these handfuls of cash, grin ear to ear, on the day you bury your child after the chaos and the division that you have caused in this city. I'm disgusted. I'm horrified that this was able to happen. I don't have an ounce of respect for this woman whatsoever. This speaks clearly to her character. We have a call coming in, but we got to take a break. Caller, I'm going to put you on hold. Stay on hold. We'll come to you as soon as we come back. Y'all stay with us. We're going to be right back here at the Lindsey Beckham Show, 1039 WIAB. We'll be right back.
Keep it tuned here to 1039 WYAB.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
When mobility matters, Hometown Medical makes it simple. Discover our lightweight portable folding scooters. You can take these scooters anywhere, and they will go up to 14 miles on a single charge. Whether you're going on a weekend cruise, an airplane flight, or just around town, these 3- and 4-wheel scooters are built for freedom and convenience. And if you're looking for style and agility, check out our lightweight power wheelchairs. With the tightest turn radius possible, they move with ease. So whether you're cruising, traveling, or just enjoying everyday independence, Hometown Medical has the mobility solution for you.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
For over 2 decades, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for auto repair and maintenance. Brake repair and replacement, radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, AC, and water pumps. A1 will get your vehicle back up and running fast. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, rings, and pinions. A1 Gear and Auto, Highway 49 in Florence. A1 Gear and Auto, your trusted auto repair shop.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse, or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Welcome back into the Lindsey Beckham Show, live here in the WYAB studios. We're going to go straight to the phone line, I believe. Caller. Hello.
Yes. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. You don't sound good. I mean, you sound real upset. What's wrong?
Well, I think I just explained what was wrong. I think it's disgusting for a mother who is burying her 1-year-old son. This incident has caused quite the controversy, quite the divide in this city. And she is showing off the wads of money on the day her son's being buried.
Okay. Where did you see that at?
It's on her Facebook page, her social media.
Okay, see, that's the problem. It's on social media. Everything on social media sometimes is not what it really is. You see what I'm saying? It's not what it to be taken literally. You know what I mean? People put social media things on social media all the time, and people take from whatever they want to take. But do you actually know what is really going on in that very scenery that you looking at?
I know what she posted.
All right, but a post, some posters can be taken every which way it wants.
I mean, I don't know how much you could take a post where
I'm not defending. It's like if you lost your child, right? And then after the funeral, you eventually gonna smile. At some point, you're not gonna stay sad. And I doubt very seriously you're gonna even post your sad photos.
when her caption to
So wait a minute. Sometimes people take a caption don't mean nothing. So we're talking about the photos. Sometimes people take family photos after funerals.
Are you done?
I'm just saying, sometimes people take family photos after funerals. Some people have a celebration, cookouts after funerals.
This is the mother of the child who lost his life.
But when did they take the photo? Was it after the funeral?
I don't know if it was after the funeral or before the funeral, but she's holding up wads of cash. She is holding up a stuffed animal. She's wearing a T-shirt with his face on it. She is saying, until we meet again. She's grinning from ear to ear, obviously showing off the money that she has received because of this incident of her child losing his life. It's disgusting. It is 1,000,000% disgusting.
What I'm saying, people take photos after funerals.
Sir, your point makes no sense. That's a moot point. It doesn't matter.
What I'm saying, it does matter. How does it matter? When last time you seen somebody crying after a funeral on a photo? Have you ever seen that?
I know what it is like to have children. I am a mother.
But I'm talking
There's no way in hell I would be holding up a whole bunch of money, bragging about the fact that I received cash because my son was shot and killed. It's gross.
That's what the caption said.
The caption is talking about until we meet again, talking about her son. And she's holding up all this cash.
She didn't say in her cash, I received this money because my son lost his life. She didn't say that.
That's very clearly what she is insinuating here, sir. Go look at the post.
Assuming. They're called assuming. You assuming that, ma'am. It's a cultural difference, too. Maybe you don't understand the culture. She's a very young girl, too.
And? Your point?
She's very young. She's not even from the Jackson area. So it's a cultural
What does this have to do with Jackson?
As well. Because you're not from where she's from.
I'm from Mississippi.
You don't know. Right, but all of Mississippi is not the same. That don't mean people behave the same. In Louisiana, in New Orleans, when somebody dies, they don't care who it is. They do a second line. They have a second line. Have you ever heard of that?
No, and I don't think that has anything to do with what I'm talking about.
You have heard of a second line where they parade
no, I have not. I have not.
Dying.
I have not.
Yes, you have. That's why Louisiana, New Orleans tradition.
How are you going to tell me what I've heard and what I haven't?
Well, how you going to say what that lady is assuming on that photo? Exactly. You don't
She's holding
really know.
up handfuls of cash.
A part of New Orleans tradition is to have a party where they play instruments and march down the street when somebody dies.
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Nothing at all.
It does have something to do with what you're talking about. Some people grieve differently and do things differently.
Okay.
They do a second line. They have a party when somebody dies. The black community in New Orleans, they have a party when somebody dies. They've been doing that for hundreds of years.
Good. That's great.
I know it's great. I'm just saying.
There's nothing to
cannot
do
go
with
by Clay
what I'm
Edwards
talking about.
posting. You
Okay,
cannot go
sir,
by Clay Edwards
look,
post
I am
and
about
try
sick
to
and
use it and try to talk about this young lady. You ought to be ashamed of
I'm
yourself,
about
lady.
sick and tired of you.
I'm sick and tired of you. Ought to be ashamed.
Well, guess what? I can cut you off whenever I want to. This is not the Clay Edwards show. This is the Lindsey Beckham show. And I'm telling you, there's not many times that I can think of that I might sound less compassionate than Clay when it comes to a situation. But this right here is one of them. I am furious. This mother, who, by the way, in all honesty, in all actuality, is the reason her son lost his life, should be absolutely ashamed of herself for celebrating all this money she's receiving because of his death, while at the same time causing this uproar in this community, this even bigger divide, pitting one race against another, holding these press conferences, attempting to ruin the life of this man who took an oath to protect and serve his community. Shame, shame, shame on her, shame on the driver of that vehicle. I'm angry. I'm angry about it. Because how many more lives were put in jeopardy that day over these two girls? And you're right about one thing, they are young, over these two young girls' actions and decisions. I hope they're held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. And I think a lot of people will owe this cop an apology once this body cam footage is released. And it will be released at some point, and we will see the truth. Hey there, you're on there. Yes.
That fellow talking, I don't know where he comes up with his way of thinking.
Me either.
He says to neglect to realize that the girl broke the law. She broke the law, having the kid in her lap, holding them up, trying to run her. They try to excuse what they did wrong.
Yeah.
And getting money for it. It's probably from the booming Southern Poverty Law Group.
I'm telling you, the Facebook post just really, it got under my skin. It, to me, the disrespect for the life of her child and for the chaos that this incident has caused, the division, the racial division, the rioting, I'm so disgusted by it all. Like, I'm angry about it.
I don't blame it. A lot of people are, but I don't know what some people think. Well, I know what they think. Oh, I'm getting money. That's all I care about. That's what her first love was money, not that child.
I completely agree. That's exactly what it seems like. And I mean, I don't know how any other way that you could take this post that she's made. She's the one who posted it.
Well, it's social media. You can't believe it. Well, what does this guy believe?
No.
Well,
or
he
what
told us what he believes, and he's in an alternate universe.
Or what it has to do with how they mourn in Louisiana. I mean, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And I get that different cultures mourn differently. I understand that. I can't understand, though. I can't wrap my head around a mother celebrating the death of her child with all this money she's received because of it.
Well, that's her first love is money. She thinks money will solve all problems.
Well, money is the root of all evil. Yeah, and they prove that again and again and again.
Yep, that's no doubt. Well, I'm going to get off here, but I was going to ask you, are you flying the flag I gave you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad.
Love it.
Like I say, that was just a thank you for what you do, and just like today, that's more thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for listening.
Okay, we'll talk to you again.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah. I mean, just some people that can make this okay in their heads somehow, that can sit there and find excuse after excuse for this behavior. It's mind-boggling. It makes no sense to me. And I think as a mother, it makes it that even more infuriating. Hey there, you're on the air.
Yeah, I got one question because I've been following this story in Senatobia. Why was there only one cop that was put on administrative leave? Was he the only officer that fired his weapon, or did other officers fire their weapon? That's the part I still don't understand. I'm like,
yeah, I'm not completely sure. My guess would be because he's the one who fired the shots, but I don't know if he was the one who was in the direct line of this car coming towards him. I know there were.
Well, yeah, that's the question. Was he the only one that fired his weapon? Or that's what I was trying to get to was, okay, did other officers fire their weapon, or was it just one officer? So I'm assuming there must have only been one officer, because normally I think when most officers fire their weapon, everybody's placed on administrative leave or something like that until the MBI investigates apparently officer-involved shooting. So apparently he was the only officer that fired his weapon. There were multiple officers out there. I guess I could assume that.
I mean, that's what I would assume, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, and then because I kept reading the story, I was like, okay, well, why is he the only officer that fired his weapon? And again, I watched the shooting in Minnesota, and I had the same question. Why was he the only? I guess apparently because he felt his life was in danger, and other people's lives may have been in danger. Mm-hmm. But again, what I will say is this. I think we all need to reserve judgment until they release the body cam, until they do a complete investigation and release the body cam, because we just don't know until, and then again, legally, if an officer believes that he or she is in direct harm or others are in direct harm, imminent threat, they do have the right to protect themselves.
Right. And now, I mean, and I can respect what you're saying about waiting to and holding judgment back until we see the body cam. I can respect that makes sense. What I can't respect is this post that the mom made over the weekend. I can't respect that.
I'll say this, and the guy Thomas, I think he made me think about something. It could be her account. Maybe it was her, maybe it wasn't her. We don't know for sure whether she posted or somebody's posting for her, or we don't know. We don't know if she posted it as her account, but we don't know if somebody else posted it, or was it, So that's the thing about social media. You never know what's going on with social media. But I will say this. Unfortunately, Senatobia, the trust in the community is probably going to be fractured, no matter which outcome, whether the officer is found to have legally fired his weapon or whether he was found to be negligent. The trust in the community is truly fractured, and how you rebuild that or repair it, that's the issue they need to be working on. And I think the city leaders need to be working with community leaders to try to rebuild the trust, because there are no winners in this. There's a 1-year-old kid that's dead over some Pampers and bad decisions by two 20-year-old young ladies. And that's unfortunate. But I don't think nobody will look at this and say there are any winners. There are no winners when a 1-year-old is dead.
I completely agree, but I disagree with you on somebody is dead over some Pampers. That had nothing to do with why the shot was fired. I don't believe that this cop said, I'm going to go out and shoot and kill a kid because...
No, that's not what he said. But what I'm saying is, I guess the question is, that's why I need to see the body cam, because, again, if he believed his life was in danger, the body cam will show whether he believed legitimately that his life was in danger, because there were multiple officers that approached the vehicle. Mm-hmm. So if she was backing out, again, that's why I say I need to see the body cam before I jump to conclusion. But again, it was over shoplifting. So, I mean, again, it's questioned. And I don't know what decision will be made, but I can tell you that community is not going to be the same for years to come.
Yeah.
So I would just say we need to reserve judgment until that body cam comes out, and then people still going to have their opinions, unfortunately, but officers make mistakes, people make mistakes, we're human.
Yeah. And
it happens. I don't think he woke up wanting to go shoot a 1-year-old baby, but again, sometime in the heat of battle, sometimes people get a little hyped and, they perceive the threat. If he perceived the threat, then the investigation should prove that or show that he was in direct line of this vehicle and he feared for his life, for his safety or the life of others.
Yeah, and we will eventually, of course, see that. Thanks, John. I gotta take a break. Y'all stay with us. We're gonna be right back here. 103.9 WIB, the Lindsey Beckham Show. Stay tuned.
WYAB.
When it comes to protecting all the things that matter in your world, generations of folks in central Mississippi have trusted Allstate agent Mark Dwyron. Mark knows the right coverage with the right price, helps you feel secure and protected. For decades, Mark's been a trusted agent protecting you against mayhem that is unpredictable. And he's always just a moment away when you need him. Mark Dwyron. For auto, home, life, and more, you're in good hands with Allstate. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit AmericansForProsperity.org. Be a part of positive change at AmericansForProsperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
ABC News, I'm Mike Dabusky. Rulings on presidential power and mail-in ballots from the Supreme Court today. Justices finding that the president does have the power to hire and fire the heads of independent government agencies like the FTC and the FAA. Meanwhile, in a case over mail-in voting,
Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote that federal law does not block Mississippi from counting absentee ballots that arrive as late as 5 days after Election Day. The court's 3 liberal justices joined her opinion, along with Chief Justice John Roberts. Conservative Samuel Alito wrote a dissenting opinion, joined by 3 of his colleagues on the right, saying the majority, quote, creates a serious risk of further undermining public confidence in our elections and our system of self-government.
ABC's Stephen Portnoy, the court also rejecting the president's attempted appeal in the defamation case brought against him by E. Jean Carroll. A senior U.S. official now says 3 Americans are among the dead after last week's devastating earthquakes in Venezuela. This is ABC News.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Hello, I'm Gary Jolly from the Tractor Store. LS Tractor understands your passion for the land, and just like you, LS Tractor is committed to excellence and superior products. LS Tractor comes with a long list of standard features that are unmatched by other brands and backed with the LS commitment to provide exceptional customer service and satisfaction. You get a lot more for your money with the LS Tractor. Come to the Tractor Store in Richland to experience the LS difference. The Tractor Store in Richland.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Surf and Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
You had an accident. Now you're here in Aftermarket Parts, Insurance Company Preferred, and a lot of other noise that serves to confuse you. Call Clinton Body Shop. We'll keep it simple. We are certified by 19 vehicle makers to assure you get a proper repair. We care about your investment and your safety. Call the shop who only wants one partner in the repair process, and that's you, the owner. In Clinton and in Richland, we work for you. We take pride in perfection.
It's all systems go this month at Mazda of Jackson. With rates as low as 0% with approved credit, come test drive the all-new, fully redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5. More room for you and your cargo makes the third-generation CX-5 the best yet. Mazda's best-selling SUV also comes with 1-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. And Mazda of Jackson still specializes in certified pre-owned vehicles with hassle-free trade-in options available. Shop online at MazdaJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
From Jacksontown to the radio, this is the Lindsey Beckham Show.
Welcome back into the Lindsey Beckham Show. Okay, this topic has got y'all fired up today. We're going to go straight to the phone lines. Got 2 callers on hold. Hey there, caller. You're on the air.
So I don't understand why you don't understand. He told you the truth. When he said that they celebrate death. Somebody dies, they celebrate it. They don't value life. When I say they, it's just certain people, certain ways they think. It doesn't have anything to do with color or anything else. It's just certain people, these new generations, they don't value life and they celebrate death. So for her, holding up the money or doing whatever she was doing, she's celebrating because there's no value in the child's life. The only thing this is an opportunity for her to get famous.
It definitely seems that way. And I think that's what makes me so angry as a mom to not value your child's life. And it certainly doesn't
You're not
seem.
looking at it the same way. It's a 2 totally different mindsets. Like some people can look at something and they know water's wet, and some people say water's cold. It's 2 different mindsets, and you're not going to win him over, and he's not going to win you over, and it's wrong no matter what. At the end of the day, a child lost his life.
Yeah.
And it's sick. And here's the other thing that I want everybody to know. When there's a shooting, officer-involved shooting, no matter guilty or a good shoot, the cop is put on leave. So you can't say that he's on leave because he did something wrong. No, they're all put on leave.
They have to be investigated.
Until an investigation is done.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I appreciate the call.
Have a good one.
All right, let's see. We have another caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I got a caller on the line.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Listening to everything that people are talking about. Yes, ma'am. What I don't understand is why are they trying to protect the guy that broke the law?
Can you turn your radio down?
That
I'm
makes
getting an
no
echo.
sense.
Can you turn your radio down? I'm getting an echo from you.
But people are defending the guy that did what he did. It's just beyond me.
Defending what guy?
Are you talking about the guy that got stabbed with a knife?
No, so we're talking about the shooting in Senatobia, the cop that shot and the 1-year-old baby that lost his life.
Yeah, we're chasing on that chase. The police were chasing her for stealing.
Yeah, it was in the Walmart parking lot.
Right. Well, to start with, she broke the law. All she had to do was comply. Pull over to the side of the road. That's obvious. But the thing about it is, it's proven fact that the mother was driving the car. At that point, she should have been arrested for child endangerment. And when that child died, she should have been charged with murder.
Well, the mother was holding the child in the passenger seat, and then I guess it was a friend who was, or the aunt, somebody else was driving the car. But trust me, I believe there are going to be charges brought against the driver and the mother before all of this is said and done and over with.
Well, the driver is, maybe I got the wrong information. It's my understanding it was the mother that was driving, but whoever was driving at that point should have been arrested for child endangerment.
Right.
And when the baby died, they should have been charged with murder.
I think that we might see those charges come down again before this is said and done. Of course, this investigation is happening right now. The cop who did shoot is on administrative leave as MBI investigates, and then of course it will be sent to the Attorney General's office, who investigates all officer-related shootings. But I mean, I think there's going to be charges somewhere.
Yes, and and whenever you try to hurt an officer in any kind of way, he's got a right to protect himself. That's what he's there for,
That's right.
to protect other people. But in the process, he has the right to protect himself.
And that's another point that we've heard be made. This cop, the car wasn't just coming at him. There was a group of people. So he had a split second to make a decision. Do I attempt to stop this car from running over and potentially injuring or killing however many people that are standing there? You have to act and do what you feel is in the best interest of the public and the safety of the public at that point. And I think that's what he did. Now, we have not seen the body cam footage. That will be released at some point. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to come on here and say, hey, I was wrong. I shouldn't have made that judgment. But from where I'm sitting right now, this cop didn't just go shoot a baby to shoot a baby. I can't believe that.
That's right. But, if that's the case, that car was just like a shooter out there going to shoot a bunch of people. In this case, it happened to be a car that was fixing to run over a bunch of people and kill them.
And why are you trying to leave anyway? Why are you trying to get away when you're clearly being told to stop? Just stop. Just comply.
Yeah, over what? Maybe a $50 item they stole?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me.
Makes no sense.
Not at all.
Well, I do. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate the call. Yeah, I mean, to me, this whole pitting one race against another and pitting the public against the police, it is so unnecessary. It has caused so much unnecessary chaos and drama. The rioting, the protesting, having to introduce tear gas into a crowd because things are getting out of control. It's sad. It's so sad to me and so avoidable. This was so avoidable. First of all, don't steal. Second of all, don't take your 1-year-old child with you to steal. Next, just stop. When you're told to stop, just stop. It's not worth it. This was not worth it. This child did not have to die. And again, if I'm wrong and I see this body cam footage at some point and this cop unnecessarily shot into the car that wasn't headed at him, then I will be the first to come on here and apologize and admit it. I just don't believe that's what happened. You can't make me believe that's what happened in this incident. I think he had a split second to make a decision. A car's coming at him. He's in fear for his life. He's in fear for the safety of others that are standing there. And he did what he thought was in the best interest to protect himself and the public. That is what I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will gladly admit it. I don't think I'm wrong. We got to take the last break of the day. Y'all stay with us. We will be right back here to wrap things up on this Monday afternoon here on the Lindsey Beckham Show. Don't go anywhere. 103.9 WYAB. 103.9 WYAB.
All in America. 103.9 WYAB.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
When it comes to protecting all the things that matter in your world, generations of folks in central Mississippi have trusted Allstate agent Mark Dwyron. Mark knows the right coverage with the right price, helps you feel secure and protected. For decades, Mark's been a trusted agent protecting you against mayhem that is unpredictable, and he's always just a moment away when you need him. Mark Dwyron. For auto, home, life, and more, you're in good hands with Allstate. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, experience counts. And the Rusty Healy Agency has been serving Madison and the rest of the Jackson Metro for over 35 years. Local agent Landon Thompson is keeping that trusted tradition going strong. As a local independent agent, he's not locked into one provider. The Rusty Healy Agency can shop the top insurance companies to find the best fit for you. And everyone knows that the Rusty Healy Agency and Landon Thompson offer top quality local customer service. Contact Landon today at 601-856-3681.
If you're a parent or grandparent, you should know that even though Mississippi is ranked as the unhealthiest state in the country, we have the highest vaccination rate for our children and grandchildren. Many of us blindly trust the medical establishment, and now it's time to question vaccine safety. Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights is a grassroots organization working to educate the public and lawmakers about this important topic. Be informed. Go to mpvr.org. Like us on Facebook to stay up to date on the latest information. That's Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights, mpvr.org.
Happy birthday, America, and happy Gravely savings for you. This is Joe Rooks with Revel Ace Hardware and Revel Outdoor Power. Celebrate all American savings during our July 250 sales event with up to $2,500 off MSRP on select Gravely zero-turn mowers. Act now and take an extra $250 off our best price on select Gravely models.
Hurry, Revel's July 250 sales event ends soon.
Gravely, American-made, built to mow the distance. Revel and Gravely, brands you can trust.
Remember when you had energy after work? When your mind was sharp, your confidence was high, and getting older didn't feel like giving up? That guy's still in there. Live Better Men's Health and Wellness helps men fight fatigue, low testosterone, brain fog, and low motivation with customized treatment plans built for real life. No waiting forever, no awkward lectures, just answers, support, and a plan. Living better starts now. Live Better Men's Health. Visit livebettermen.com today.
You can show your pride and patriotism in honor of the 250th birthday of this great nation by proudly flying a flag. And a complete flag source on I-55 in Jackson is the place to find it. All sizes for all purposes. And they have the official 250-year celebration flag. Have a look at CompleteFlags.com. That's CompleteFlags.com.
From Jacksontown to the radio, this is the Lindsey.
Welcome back in for the last minute or so of the Lindsey Beckham Show. I didn't expect the whole show to be on this one topic, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I'm okay with that. I want to be able to talk about things you are interested in and that you want to hear about and have productive conversations. I did want to get to this ruling from the Supreme Court this morning real quick. Now, in Watson versus the Republican National Committee, the Supreme Court has rejected an argument challenging Mississippi law that federal law requires mail-in ballots to be received by Election Day. I'm seeing different feedback, differing opinions on this ruling. This will definitely be something that we get into on the show tomorrow. I am talking with Michael Watson. Hopefully we can get him to call in, get his opinion on this ruling and what this will mean for Mississippi in the future moving forward as we try our best to make sure that election integrity is held at the utmost level here in Mississippi. But I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll see y'all then.